Hi everyone, this is Ms. Kilroy. Today I'm going to go over what I want you guys to accomplish in this class period for today. So go ahead and Google Drive. You can get to the Google Drive account. You should already have an email address and a password. Make sure you do not forget your email address and your password. Really important. Click sign in. Then you're going to create a new document. Make sure you save it as Science Project. This way, everything will automatically save as you complete it, so you can't lose anything. So our end goal for today is to create poster boards. So we are going to be typing up everything so it will look nice and neat on our final poster that we will be putting up in the science fair in the cafeteria. So if you notice, the titles of each section is nice and big, easy to read. They have their names, a couple pictures, and it's organized nicely. We are going to be working on the typing portions today. Here's another example. You notice they have a titles nice and big. They have typed data tables, conclusion, method section, and introduction. So between you and your partner, you guys need to figure out who is going to type up what. You need to make sure that it is fair and even. So the first thing is your background. Background research paper. And that is simply your 4-paragraph essay. Now, you and your partner can decide how you want to divide up the work. I'm only requiring one background research paper to be on the board. So that means you can type up one person's entire paper, or you can each contribute by putting in different paragraphs. So maybe partner A can contribute the introduction paragraph and the summary paragraph about the first article, and partner B can contribute the summary on the second article of the reading and the conclusion. That way it would be fair. But I'm only requiring one background research paper. Next, you're also going to need to type up the hypothesis, which is found in your blue book, your control, and your variable. I just want to make it clear that you guys have identified these, so I want you to create a separate section. This will be going into the introduction section in your or on your poster. So down over here, it'll say a really small part, hypothesis, control, variable, just so everybody knows. You also need your list of materials and your procedure. So your materials is a bulleted list, which can be created like this. Bulleted list. And you can choose the design. So for example, I used yeast, enter sugar, okay, etc., etc. That is for your materials. Your procedure needs to be a numbered list. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Both the procedure and the materials section goes under the method section right over here. Okay? Once you have those completed, you are also going to need to create a data table. You already have one written in your blue book, but we're going to type it up, and this is how you do it. You go to Insert, Table. You can make it as big as you want. And let's say, oh no, I need one more. So then I can left click with the mouse and insert row below. Okay, so let's say this is trial 1, this is trial 2, this is trial 3. Let's say I'm measuring, the number of iodine drops required to complete titration. Okay, this is a couple people's report. You're welcome. That's my title. So they compared fresh orange juice and store-bought orange juice. And then you just type in the numbers that you received in here. And this is what it's going to look like, your data table. You are also going to need a graph on your poster board. However, I am not going to require that you do this on the computer. We are going to hand do it. and then paste it on there. So you will also need a graph, but we will not be doing that today. You will also need a conclusion. Okay, the conclusion is the final wrap-up of your whole experiment. I require that each one of you write one. However, again, I'm only requiring that one goes on the poster board. So I think it would be fair if one person wrote the whole entire background research and you use that one, then the other person needs to contribute and add the conclusion. Or again, if you want to split up the work, you can have the partners contribute different paragraphs, okay? Just make sure it ties together nicely. One thing is that we have not peer edited our conclusions yet. So there could be spelling errors. Maybe the sentence formatting doesn't make sense. You need to make sure that it is peer edited before you type your final draft and you print it. I don't want to see any grammatical errors or spelling errors. So just a tip, this is how you fix spelling errors. So let's say a word is spelled incorrectly. Okay, school, not correct. Oh, how is that correct? All right, let's try another one. Usually when a word is incorrect, it comes up with a red underlined underneath it. In order to fix that, you want to right-click the word, and this will pop up, and it'll state, "Did you mean typing?" Yes, I did. So then that way it'll correct your spelling for you so you guys don't have to worry about it. You're also going to need a title, which in this group, their title is How pH and Temperature Affect Upstream versus Downstream. Your title needs to be at least size 90, so about 90 through 150, I'd say. You need to make it nice and big. You need to include your names on it as well, but those are going to be smaller. Okay, so maybe like 40. These are big font sizes because you need to be able to read everything from 5 feet away. Your heading sizes. Your headings are the titles, introduction, methods, data tables, and graphs. We're going to combine these two. Conclusion. We're going to combine all of those, but those heading sizes need to be about size 70. Now, with your titles, you can have fun and change the font, but make sure all the fonts are the same. So if you notice, this is size 70, and this will be big enough to be read from far away. So notice my different fonts. Make sure they're all the same. Just be consistent, okay? Make your graph look nicer, your poster board. The rest of your writing, your background research, your conclusion, that needs to be typed up in size between 14 and 18. So everything else between sizes 14 and 18. So just to recap, these are your sizes. Maybe your title should be over 150. I'm thinking between 90 and 150. Headings, about 70. And your main text between 14 and 18, okay? This is what our template's going to look like. You're going to have your title, your student names, pictures with a caption, your conclusion, graph and data table are going to go together. Method section is going to have your procedure and materials, as well as your introduction, okay? So if you have any questions, you can now ask me, but go ahead and get to work. Good luck on everything.